Obviously, I have way too much time on my hands because I spent probably 20 minutes working on that intro just because I thought it would be funny to do. So, this is Granite Games Qualifier 2 and 3 from 2019. I was pretty nervous about this workout because I am not super fantastic at ring muscle ups, or rather, they're very mental for me. And the goal was to try to get 4 rounds, 1 round every 2 minutes. So, I knew I was going to eventually have to break up the muscle ups. So I just tried to smoke show that first round so that I could get out in front of the other rounds to try to complete 4. The 4 was the goal based on, everything that I had saw, the best score that I'd saw for 35 or 39, but also too, I felt like, 32 ring muscle ups. That's a lot. So if you can get through that, and it's just a matter of like stomping down on those snatches, I feel like that's a solid score. And for these qualifiers, these are all one and done. I am not going to repeat any of these. If I bomb one, I bomb it. If I don't qualify, oh well. So that was the game plan. Went unbroken first round of my ring muscle ups, and then singles for the snatches. Here on the second round, I think I went 3-3-2. Just my pull wasn't feeling right. They look good, but yeah, I ended up dropping down at 3. Right there, I thought about doing a fourth, but it just didn't seem worth it to me. So chalked up. Gonna try to cruise through these. Obviously, if you look at the clock, 1:46. I'm already into that second round, so I know I'm ahead of pace. So I'm like, okay, just stay poised here. You got your 3. Get right back up there. You'll get 3 more. For me, a lot of times, when I come down off the rings in bigger sets of ring muscle ups, I catch myself, just staring at the ring. So for here, this was more about managing the clock and not necessarily the movement itself. So that was the key focus of what I was, using as a guide to go. My wife, Rachel's judging me. She usually judges me for most of these qualifiers. And Scott over there is, he's my numbers guy. He does an amazing job of, seeing where you're at and trying to adjust fire based on whatever plan that I told him. And for me, I told him, I said, hey, I'm looking to go 4 rounds for the first portion, and I'm going to go, I'd like to hit 5 rounds plus on the second portion. So here's just straight, singles all the way through. I didn't think there was any reason to push on the snatches, just because, I don't want to fatigue those shoulders for the going back to the ring muscle ups. And then, there's also that second workout element, which I think, once I was finishing the second round, in the back of my mind, I was like, I don't have any clue how the shoulder to overhead's going to feel, how the row is going to feel. Not too worried about the bar. I'm not too worried about the box jump overs, but this kind of, this portion of it right here where I'm singling out was a lot of time to think. And I think, you could say that was positive. You could say that was negative. You could look at it either way, but for me, like, it kept me going. Finished the second round about, 30 seconds ahead of pace. So cool as a cucumber here. I'm going to try to get up and see what I can do. I think I end up going 4-2-2. Muscle ups are not my jam, and I will say that I was pleasantly pleased with the results of this this first portion because yeah, I mean, for it being a poor movement for me, I thought that I kind of sucked it up here and had a pretty positive mental breakthrough. It's ironic because, I can get on bar muscle ups and you can tell me to do 20 bar muscle ups unbroken, and, I'm not going to have an issue with it. But you tell me I need to do, 8 and above. I'd say really 7 muscle ups or more on the rings, and I start getting a little twitchy and overthinking it. So there's definitely a lot of room for growth with this particular movement in me, and I will say that I've come a long way, but yeah, there's definitely gonna be some improvement over the next 6 months for sure. So I'm singling it out here. Still, I'm thinking, all right, I got one more set of muscle ups to go. How is this going to play out? And these snatches, it's just thought. You're just in your head thinking, you're not going to go any faster than this. There's no reason to, felt like I moved pretty steadily through them on all the rounds that I completed, and up to this point. And at this point in my mind, I'm just thinking about ring muscle ups. How's this going to go? How's this last set going to go? What am I going to do? And Scott back there, he did a really good job on this third round. He told me to use more of my hips, which I did for the snatches, but it kind of elevated my heart rate a little bit. But he was telling me over here, like, your pull is really good for your first 2 ring muscle ups. So anything after 2, you probably just want to drop down. So I get up there and, I'm listening to what he's saying, but I'm like, I'm going to try for 3. It looks real smooth there on the first one. Second one, good. And then third, you see him catching lower. And then, I went 4. I did go 4. So I probably went 4-2-2 here. Hit the 4th one. I'm not in any hurry here. I got 90 seconds. This is solid work. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, 4 more. I mean, I should be able to get through this 4th round. What am I going to do? 4th round, completing 4 is big money, at least in the back of my mind, based on what I had seen. So we go 1, 2. Okay, not bad. Get over the chalk bucket. So we're starting to push it. 60 seconds, less than 60 seconds. I'm playing with my rings. Yeah, it's getting close. Scott's like, you got to go, man. You got to go. So 45 seconds to go. I hit my 8th one. I come down and I'm like, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, I was like, I need to save my shoulders. 5. I can hear Scott telling me, you're going to get through this. And the 6th one, halfway through. I got about 20 seconds. Start getting a little nervous. Hit a double. And I just decided to bring it home. Boom. 4 rounds, 80 reps. More than satisfied with this. Now, as I'm resting and I'm dying, I'm gasping for air. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, okay, you've got a solid score for the first part. So you need to just smash this second part. And rowing's a love-hate relationship. I feel like I've gotten a lot better at rowing, but under fatigue, there's some question marks coming over to this rower. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, all right, you got your bar set up, you got your box set up, rowers coming. Just gotta brace for impact here. And what I told myself was just keep yourself on a 2-minute clock. If you can get ahead of that 2-minute clock, then you know that you're on pace for 5 minutes. If you get behind on that 2-minute clock, then you're not going to hit your goal. So for me, I just try to focus primarily on one round at a time. That made it seem a lot less daunting to me. I think when you look at the bigger picture, or the whole entire time domain that you have to work here, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So for me, I try to compartmentalize it, okay, give yourself a time domain. So try to work off of every 2 minutes. And then inside of that, every 2 minutes, try to focus on getting through each movement. So don't think about the shoulder to overhead until you're done with the rowing. Only focus on the rowing. Okay, I got 15 calories. I'm going to look at the calories. I'm going to row my face off. Once I'm done with the calories, I'm going to move over to the shoulder to overhead and try to get through the 12 shoulder to overhead. put the barbell down, and then just kind of steadily move through the box jump overs. I'm really confident on this weight for shoulder to overhead, just 115 pounds. So I know that I'm going to have to hold it. I'm going to have to hold on for 12 every single time, because putting it down is just going to waste time. And if you can cycle it fast enough, which I know I could, you're looking at, maybe 2 to 3 seconds transition time getting out of the rower. And then you're looking at maybe 10 to 12 seconds cycling through the barbell and then setting it down. And then your rest, for me in this portion, I felt like the box jump overs were going to be the rest. They taxed me more than they usually do, but I think that's just based on the combination of there's a rower. You have to spike your heart rate to get through the shoulder to overhead. And then, now you're doing box jump overs. You're trying to recover on the box jump overs. So first round, come off the rower, pick up the barbell. These don't feel so bad. Like, I realized that I could kind of push through a little bit faster on these. So in this first round, this was just kind of me feeling out what the next 4+ rounds were going to feel like. And to me, I was like, okay, I know I can push there. Come off the barbell. It hurts, obviously. It's going to hurt. But you just got to grind through the box jump overs. For me, I probably could have pushed harder on the box jump overs, but it was my gas station. That's when I'm in a workout, I'm always trying to find the one movement where I can get my heart rate down. So I always, whenever I can find that one movement, I call it my gas station, because that's where I'm basically filling back up to prepare myself to spike again. So smooth and steady through the boxes and then back on the rower. And I think I was holding, I want to say for the first round, I think I held about a 144. The second round, I was like around a 149. So I'm still kind of chugging along here, feeling very confident about what's happening. I had my eye on the clock a good portion of this workout. When I would transition from the rower to the shoulder to overhead, I'd kind of just focus on getting through the shoulder to overhead reps. But then when I put the barbell down and I started moving towards the box, I would glance over at the clock to kind of see, all right, are you ahead of pace? Are you behind pace? And reality was a little bit distorted for sure, because I had already gone through that first portion of the workout. And I think that this is actually, this was way more taxing for me than the first portion. But, just trying to gauge, okay, you pretty sure you're in the second round, so you need to be done before, 14 minutes. So I'm looking over, going through, getting each repetition done. Each repetition where I'm facing the clock, I kind of gauge, all right, you're on pace. You're doing fine here. Just keep moving. And I think, that allowed me to stay a little bit more poised than I normally would. Going back to the rower, it's just like as soon as you get done with the box jump overs, you're getting back on the rower and you're like, all right, well, you're looking at probably anywhere between, 40 to, 60 seconds of work here. And then you're going to have to blow your wad on trying to, get through the shoulder to overhead. And then you allow your heart rate to come back down on the box jump overs. These rowing workouts, they're just a grind. There's no, no getting around it. You're grinding through your calories. It just kind of seems daunting. But, fortunately for this workout, it's like you come off the rower and then you have the shoulder to overhead, so it's a quicker movement. So you can kind of blow through that and then catch your breath through the box jumps, and then, it's rinse and repeat from there. Again, mad props to Scott over there, because he had broken out the calculator and was like, yo, this is where you're going to be if you're rowing at this pace. It's going to take you about this long on there. So you want to stay under, you want to try to stay under, 150 if you can. That way you can get back to, the rower on that fifth round. Because at this point, everything's looking solid, right? You move around every 2 minutes or faster, which is probably about what I was holding, you're going to have probably, a good 45 seconds towards the end of time to make up whatever you can in that 6th round. So we're finishing the 3rd round here. And it's looking like I'm about 30 seconds is what it's going to come down to be. I think 30 seconds ahead of pace. Yeah, 30 seconds. Walk over to the rower. I wonder if I could have put the box a little bit closer. It's possible that I could have shaved off a little bit of time here. Transitions, there's definitely transitions played a critical role here. So trying to, not allow it to eat up too much time was what we were going for. So we are now into the 4th round. I don't want to say that 3rd round was probably my slowest. But tried to pick it up here. Scott's kind of talking me off the ledge because at this point, you're just trying to hold on to dear life. Very fortunate that he was there. Just happened to, get there early, and I warmed up a lot, and I kind of told him what I was doing, and he went to the class and stuck around after the class, and as soon as the class left, I was like, all right, let's just get it done, because I had some other pieces that I needed to do. So again, I'm doing all these qualifiers as a gauge to see where my fitness level's at. But the priority is, on age group online qualifier, competitive programming, try to get those pieces out, and anything that I do qualifier side is just bonus at this point. So here we go. This is me finishing up the 4th round. I am probably going to be about 45 seconds ahead of pace. 35 seconds. 35 seconds ahead of pace. Going into that 5th round. This is the money round. You're like, you just need to get through this round, and then everything else is bonus. A grand total of 18 minutes of work for workout 2 and workout 3. Man, it's like you're trying to pull, and this is, At this point, Scott's in my face, and he's like, yep, you're going to get back on this rower for sure one more time. So, if you're going to lollygag here, this is the only place where you're going to get to lollygag. About to get off, bonus time. All right, we're off the rower. I'm like, screw this handle. Here comes Stan, walking in front of the... It's at this point where I'm telling myself, oh shit, I'm about to have to do another 15 cows on the rower. This is not going to be fun. A little pep in my step to get back over to the rower. Scott's getting it set up, so we're looking at about 45 seconds of time. 45 seconds of time. I could have probably transitioned a little bit faster there, but I was like, this is it. I'm not doing anything after these rows. Like, there's no way you're going to get me off this rower. And yeah. At this point, I crank it out. Countdown's coming. You're looking at 20 seconds. All I got left in the tank is 15 cows. Yeah, I exceeded expectation. The goal was 5, so the plus 15 was just all bonus. And then you see me get off the rower, and I'm just dying. Dead. All right, so workout 2, 80 reps. Workout 3, 195 reps. So that's 4 rounds for workout 2, and then 5 rounds plus 15 cals for workout 3. These should be good enough scores to, they're probably going to be top 10 scores in my age division. So really excited about that. Showing the clock. There's the 6, 15 cows, and that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching, y'all.